Bohemia have just unexpectedly dropped another DayZ Badlands dev blog, and considering it hasn't even been 3 weeks since the last one, I definitely wasn't expecting this today. This one is slightly different. Rather than being a completely new development blog, Bohemia say they're going to start dropping these smaller recap updates from time to time, going back over things they've already shown us, answering some of the community's questions, providing a bit more clarity and importantly, sneaking in some new information along the way. And there are actually a few interesting confirmations in this one. So survivors, let's get into it. The rebuilding system. First up, we're back onto the new rebuilding system coming with DayZ Badlands. We already knew that in Nasdara we're going to be able to rebuild and barricade certain existing buildings, but Bohemia have given us a little more clarification on how flexible they want the system to be. You could potentially take over and rebuild a 3-story house for an entire group, or go much smaller and simply secure the doors and windows of a little storage building and turn it into a stash. But there was one question I know quite a few people had after the original reveal. What happens to normal DayZ base building? Well, now we have confirmation. The existing base building system is not being replaced. You will still be able to build traditional compounds using the current base building mechanics alongside the new rebuilding system. So potentially, we're going to have both systems working together on Nasdara, which could create some really interesting bases. Code locks, and this isn't just Badlands. Next up is probably the biggest confirmation from this update, the new code lock. We already knew this was coming as part of the rebuilding system, but Bohemia have now confirmed something pretty important. The code lock is coming to all other DayZ maps as well, so this isn't going to be something exclusive to Nasdara. They've already released some new footage showing the code lock actually being used, and for anyone who spent their life spinning combination locks one digit at a time, this could be a very welcome change. Exactly how it's going to interact with existing bases and how easy these things are going to be to obtain is something we'll obviously have to wait and see, but code locks across DayZ as a whole is a pretty significant addition. Nasdara and PvP. They've also revisited the environment team's work on designing Nasdara around PvP. One of the biggest challenges with a desert environment is obviously avoiding huge empty spaces where you're basically just waiting for someone with a rifle to spot you. The team say they've deliberately worked to make those open areas more varied with additional natural and man-made cover, despite Nasdara having less vegetation than maps like Chernarus. They've also been working heavily on urban combat and the design of the new bazaar areas. And now we've got some footage of a character actually walking through one of those mid-sized bazaars. This gives us a much better idea of the density of these areas, the amount of cover available, and potentially what fighting through one of ththese places is actually going to feel like. The MP18. We've seen the weapon before, but this is the first time Bohemia has shown it actually being used. It's a 9x19mm submachine gun using a 32-round drum mag. There's a really nice feature on the magazine itself. It has an indicator that gives you an approximate idea of how many rounds you've still got remaining. But there's another interesting detail. The MP18 has a companion weapon, the Luger pistol, and the magazine can be freely swapped between the two weapons. So if you carry in both, you've effectively got magazine compatibility between your sidearm and your SMG. That's a really nice little survival detail, and I can already see that being a useful combination to run. And finally, there's more next week. We don't have long to wait for the next proper update. Bohemia have confirmed that Devblog 6 Week 79 is coming next week, and they've already teased the 2 subjects they're going to be showing us, dust particles and another firearm. So we'll obviously be covering that as soon as it drops. But for what was technically supposed to be a recap, we've actually got some decent new information here. Normal base building is staying alongside the rebuilding system. Code locks are officially coming to all DayZ maps. We've got a better look at Nasdara's bazaars, and we've finally seen the MP18 in action, including that shared magazine system with the Luger. Not bad for a surprise drop. Let me know what you think about the code locks in particular, because I suspect that's going to cause quite a bit of discussion in the DayZ community. And as always, I'll keep you updated with everything Bohemia reveals as we continue down the road to Badlands. Survivors, stay safe out there, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more DayZ content.